All right, everyone, welcome to the Bera Boys podcast. I'm Nick, aka SushiGMS, and I make really shitty YouTube videos, and I don't really play MapleStory anymore.
My name's Evon. I come from Bera, or almost from Bera. I play Reboot now. I'm a mod for MisusingTV, and I'm a punching bag for the MapleStory community.
True, true.
I stream here and there.
I'm Tyler. Most of you guys know me as Jabba. I used to stream a long time ago. A lot of you guys in Matt's channel know who I am. I'm the saltiest guy you'll ever meet.
Justin/Julie. Detrivance, as some of you may know me. I do a lot of graphics for the main MapleStory community as well as others, and I mod for MisusingTV.
All right, and the man of the hour, the last one to fucking make it here today.
All right. My name's Matt. I'm misusing TV. Yeah, I stream MapleStory for a living, Kappa. I make YouTube videos, and
Pro MapleStory player.
Wild Hunters are the best class ever.
So MLG.
Pew pew.
All right, so now that that awkward shit's out of the way, let's go around the table and talk about how we got into MapleStory. Do any of you guys have really cool stories or anything like that?
I don't have a cool story, but I have an old story.
Oh, tell us
how
the
I
whole
got into
story.
it. All right. I was like 7. I had just moved from LA to San Diego. I was in a new school, and I met a new guy. I met a guy named Troy. He ended up being my friend, and we set up a play date because I'm fucking 7. That's what we do. We do play dates.
Yeah, yeah.
And I went over his house. We hung out a bunch, and then he showed me MapleStory. And
Is that all he showed you?
Oh,
no,
That's
no,
illegal.
we went. Evon, you're into illegal stuff like that. Shut up. And so he showed me MapleStory, and he's like, "Hey, I'm an archer, and this is how it is, and it's Maple." And I'm like, "Oh, that looks cool." So I ended up actually account sharing with him because he had already been like level 20, and back in the day, it was hard to level up.
Do you know around
And,
like what patch this was?
Actually, that's into it because about a month after, 2 months after I got into it, they released the Orbis and El Nath patch just came out.
Okay.
So we're like, oh, we got to check this out. So by now we're like 33. We felt good. We got second job. We're like, oh man, we're the shit. So we go to Orbis and we start going down the EOS Tower, I think it is, or something like that, or the one that we die.
Orbis Tower.
Orbis Tower. We die like halfway down, and we respawn in El Nath. And there was no world map back in the day, so we're like, where are we? What's going on here? And so we try and leave to figure out how to get back. There's a bunch of transforming Yetis all over the place that one-shot us. And so we just get like shit on for like the whole day, and we're like, well, we're gonna make a new character because we can't leave this place. We couldn't hit him or anything, so that's basically how I got into Maple.
I started playing Maple about second anniversary. I'd say, I think it was patch 37-ish, 38 maybe.
All right.
And my friends have been playing before, or they said, Justin, come on, let's play. I'm like, all right. First character I made was an assassin. That character now has way too much dex in its stats and never is.
Very nice.
Because back when you needed secondary stats, it was 2. I think it was like times dex was times 2 your level that it needed to be, and then you just put the rest into luck.
Yep.
So yeah, that
Old school
character has
strats.
like 200 dex. And I used to play in Windia. I don't play in Windia anymore because server ended up being a shit fest about 2012, 2013. Just bunch of guild drama
when all
and
the
everything.
hackers moved there.
Yeah, when all the hackers moved there, just item dupes everywhere, guild drama here, guild drama there. You couldn't talk to anybody without having, hey, what's your opinion on this guild drama? It's like, dude, I don't care. I just play the game. And then I ended up moving to Barah about, I'd say 2012, 2013.
I
I've
remember.
been here since.
I was like a casual Maple player. Played in Scania, then moved to India, and then I was getting into Twitch, I guess, and then I stumbled upon Matt's stream, and then I was like, yeah, I could HS you, and he abused me for my HS for like a solid 2 months.
Hey, don't lie to the viewers, okay? You offered.
Okay.
I offered to HS
I
him,
just-
and like,
I just want to say that 2-month grind of SAO was literally the worst part of Matt's stream ever. Like,
Oh
I
wait,
could not
you
watch
you
it.
didn't meet Matt until SAO?
Yeah, Evon. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. I thought you guys knew each other for a long time.
Well, it's like Evon was like a viewer of mine, like anyone else, right? And then he would like we would talk about like anime and shit. When he got into the chat, and then eventually he decided to go on raid call, which we used a lot back then, and then like slowly got to know each other. That's pretty much it.
So he's the pleb that ascended.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
wouldn't
cool.
say
I'm the
that.
guy.
I'd say he's still pretty pleb.
I'm like the chosen pleb.
No, you're not
Yes.
chosen. You're just the pleb.
I guess.
Ascended pleb.
And then I was invited to Evil Love by Sue. I had to thank her for like all this basically. Probably wouldn't be here today without her. Shout out to her.
You moved to
Still love her.
Reboot and just left her and just undid all
Nobody
the
else.
things that she did for you. And
No. I still talk to her. I still talk to her sometimes.
Well, Evon realized she wasn't 12, so he wasn't into her.
oh shit.
Oh my. Yeah, you got me, fam.
So it's
I
like
know.
double that.
All right, well, when I was 10, I think I was 10, I used to go to a computer cafe to play shit because my computer at home was complete garbage and the internet was complete garbage. And I was really into RuneScape, and all of me and my friends that I met there played RuneScape. And then the beta of MapleStory came out, and they were all like, "Yo, MapleStory hype," and I was like, "But RuneScape, yo!" And I was very, very against switching games, and I was like absolutely in love with RuneScape at this time because my computer at home could actually run it, and because it was just a browser game. So one day, we go there and they're like, "All right, Nick, you're gonna try it today." So they put me on one of their accounts. They put me on the starter island, and it's still like the long ass Maple Island tutorial that takes 30 fucking minutes to do. And I get to like the second thing where it's eat Roger's apple, I think is what it is. And since I played RuneScape, I didn't know how to open the inventory, and I just sat there for 15 minutes being really, really frustrated, having my friends laugh at me that I couldn't open the inventory. And then I just eventually started just hitting the keyboard over and over again until it accidentally opened it up. And then I ate the apple and I told them I wasn't going to play MapleStory ever again.
You
After the
lied.
game released, I eventually caved in and had to play with them. But I mean, after that, I liked it eventually. What about you, Matt?
But yeah, so I used to never play anything online, like MMOs, anything like that. My mother would buy me this game called Clue Finders, very educational game, and she would give me like every grade and everything. It's just like a bunch of problem solving and everything to stimulate your brain, and that's pretty much all I played. There was this one cop game, I don't remember the title anymore, but I played that as well. And then eventually, like my friends, I think it was 2006, fall, and my friends invited me to try out this game called MapleStory, and I'm like, all right, sure. I've never played anything like it, and this was the group of friends that invited me to Scanium in the first place, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It was like a week has gone by, and I'm just like I'm so lost. They offered no help. They told me to figure it out by myself. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I told them to go politely fuck themselves, but I was fucking I don't know. I was 12 at that time. I don't remember. So there were other kids in my class who also played that I made friends with after, and then they played in Bera. So after like a week of playing an int warrior, I quit Scania
Dude,
and then
nice.
just moved to Bera and never looked back.
I actually met one of my friends
I
when I
made
was
a
little
bandit.
like that. One day, when I finally started getting into MapleStory, my friend came over. He was like, "Dude, this dude's playing a strength mage. Come over here." And like he maxed Energy Bolt instead of Magic Claw, and we were just making fun of him for like 30 minutes, and that like we became best friends for like the next decade. Evon already really talked about this one, but how did you guys get into the Twitch community or the YouTube community?
I got back into MapleStory. I don't even remember when. I want to say like it was a couple months before Xenon came out. I want to say around there, maybe in like 4 months. And so I'm like, I was bored, and I was like, I used to play Maple. I kind of found it fun. I wonder what that's like right now. So I reinstalled the game and I started playing, and it had completely changed. Like I had played since Big Bang or before Big Bang. So the whole Big Bang and all that crap that happened that changed the whole game. So I didn't know what I was doing, and so I'm like, how can I learn what I'm doing? So I went on YouTube. I looked at some YouTube videos. That's how I discovered a lot of like Aussie Style and all those guys on YouTube. And then I went to Twitch and I saw a bunch of Twitch streamers, and so I started following all those guys back in the day. I don't even think any of those guys stream anymore. The only one I can think of was Keo. And
I don't even
so,
think he streams anymore, does he?
I,
He does.
Yeah, he does. He's been
Yes.
having difficulties recently with his stream. Like he can't keep it up for a long period of
I
time.
know that
apparently.
feeling.
Yeah.
yeah, but none of the other guys are still streaming anymore. But so I watched them. I was asking them questions about it, and I figured, I might as well stream, and I can have people help me out while I'm streaming. That was a lot easier for me to convey a question, through talk rather than text. I'm not a very good typer when it comes to questions and stuff like that. So I figured I'll stream. And so I did that for a while, and then I kind of stopped. And actually, that's right around when Matt started streaming. So if you want to segue into that,
Yeah, sure. So I'm actually gonna backtrack a little bit before I met Tyler. So prior to entering college, I played a lot of MapleStory, right? But around that time, as I was graduating high school, MapleStory started to become a little less interesting for me. So I took a break, and around this time, I didn't take a break for no reason. I didn't just quit it. My friends invited me to play World of Warcraft, and I got into WoW, made a hunter and everything, played through Cataclysm into MOP and everything. And then after a while, after like maybe like a year or something, I don't remember. I still like followed MapleStory. They just didn't like actively play it and follow events. But I started getting bored of WoW, and then got back into MapleStory. And I was introduced to the YouTube community, oh not YouTube, Twitch community, excuse me, through World of Warcraft. I watched a lot of Soda Poppin'. I watched
Old
Duck
soda poppin'
Sauce,
feels good, man.
Old Soda Poppin', Duck Sauce, Towley. I watched a lot of those guys, and then I at the same time I checked like, is anyone streaming MapleStory? Because like that's the game I used to play. I was really interested in that, and then here's where Tyler comes in. I saw Tyler, so that's Java underscore V1. I saw my boy Brian Donovan 316, Brian D 316. He got me. I think he was the main reason why I got into streaming, because he was in Bera, and all that cool stuff. And then Lord Nate Dog 2012. Nate was the homeboy back then too. So that was in terms of the Twitch community. In terms of YouTube community, we had my group of friends that kind of like had in Barrow. There was the gift gang, the gift squad that Duvar made. Wow, that was hard to remember his name.
Damn.
Sorry, Duvar, if you're watching this. But
Rip.
anyway, he like shouted me a lot. He shouted out me a lot on his videos, and he had like 5K subs, right? So
Oh shit.
he got me into making YouTube videos. Like everyone, like just gave me like just do it, you'll never know, go for it, you might be someone. And I had like 100 subs on my channel before my first video. He was telling everyone to go sub, and he doesn't have a video. I'm like, God damn, man.
That promotion.
Yeah. So,
that pressure
he
to
a
make
little bit of
video,
pressure.
like a house video pressure, maybe even.
I mean, if you check out my first video, the quality is so, like, my mic is so potato because I used my laptop mic for that shit. So yeah, that's pretty much it for YouTube and for Twitch.
I don't know when like in between those two stories. I don't know at what point I came. Do you remember, Tyler? Or did I start streaming MapleStory before Matt or after Matt?
I think
After.
you would stream
I think
after.
I've been streaming for 3 years.
It's a bit after Matt.
I think this month, I think like maybe it was already passed, or like in a few days it's gonna be my
I want to
3
say it was like
Twitch
2014 when you were doing it. I know it was after me, and I know it was after Matt. 'Cause I know Wind Archer came out, and you were after that. I don't know the exact time. You kind of
Okay. Well, I mean, that's like the time I got big. I started streaming like in like
came out of
2011,
nowhere.
2010, like really long time ago, back when it was JustinTV still. But yeah, but basically I went to my friend's house who played MapleStory with me, and he showed me Destiny, who was like the grandfather of making a living streaming. And he was playing StarCraft 2, and I got really, really into watching him and cheesing people on ladder. And that was basically like all I did as a 16-year-old was play MapleStory and cheese people in StarCraft 2.
That Zerg Rush, man. That's fixable, dude.
No, it's
You can't
Terran
beat the
Master
6
Race,
pool.
man.
Aw, dude, no. Lift off into the corner of the map and just hide the whole game for 45 minutes.
Dude, honestly, that actually wins so many games. People just get confused and they leave.
Views and rage quit. Yep.
But yeah, so like I watched JustinTV become Twitch, and then I was like, this isn't gonna get big. And then it just blew up when League of Legends, I think it was, moved moved over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Because it was
They
like
came out
WoW
and
was
it-
a really big thing. Fuck, I don't think Counter Strike was yet. I can't remember what the top games were. StarCraft 2, WoW, and
Was it the original Dota?
no, Dota had oh Han. So yeah, then the Dota 1.5 were like the three big games, and then League of Legends came, and Twitch blew the fuck up. I streamed a little bit of StarCraft 2, and I played in like a really shitty like Gold League tournament on a stream that had like 200 viewers, and then I like stopped streaming on Twitch for a long time, and then I came back when Call of Duty Ghosts dropped,
Oh,
and I got a PS4 like a week after it came out, and I upgraded my Ghost to PS4, and I just played Ghost cranked mode all day, every day, like legit 12 hours a day, and the PS4 added like the streaming option, like straight from the thing. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll turn it on. I'm playing this shit all day anyway, and I started getting like hundreds of viewers, and people in my chat were telling me that it was because I was featured on the PS4 homepage. Like if you like went over to like live streams on PS4, like my stream was right there. And so I had like hundreds of viewers, and I was getting lots of followers and lots of love, and I was climbing the leaderboards. Like I was like maintaining top 50 and cranked on PS4, and like I was just grinding the shit out of COD, and I was just shitting on people and getting score streaks, and it was good. But then when I got tired of that, I decided that I wanted to stream MapleStory and Renegades because we had a Skype call going full of fucking memes and shit. And so I didn't want to lose all the followers that I had gotten during my COD thing. So even though I didn't have the name Innovations on like any game besides PlayStation, I just went with that on my Twitch, and then I started streaming MapleStory like periodically in Renegades, and then when I moved to Scania a lot more regularly. I mean, to be honest, my streams were kind of just like me spinning in a circle on my DK while everybody else did funny shit in Skype calls.
That was
And,
the best.
I mean, it was a good time. Like so many people would tell me like, "Yo, man, I love turning on your stream in the background while I'm playing the game." And I'm sure Matt gets that a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
I miss that so much of just like being able to be like in a Skype call full of people like fucking around. Because MapleStory, for me, like kind of stopped being fun like a long time ago. But I played just because the people that I met and the people I was friends with, I had such a good time just talking to them and interacting with them that it was the shit. And then when I stopped, or no, before I even stopped Twitch, I made a funding video because I did my Night Lord sushi to 2mil with like spending like a fourth of the
Wait-
money that most
wait,
people do.
you're the real sushi? No
Dude,
way.
I'm the real sushi. The sushi's
Crazy.
spelled
The
correctly.
real
The real sushi.
And
real sushi.
The
so
original.
I made that
sushi.
video, and that video blew up. And my YouTube before that had like 30 subscribers, and some of them were like real life friends. And then
man.
I just started gaining subscribers by the fucking boatload, and so I kept on making videos about like events and different shit. And then I think I grew my channel to like 2.8k subscribers in like 5 months or something like that. And then I quit MapleStory, and my channel died. And then every time I posted a video after that, I would lose more subscribers than I would get until I eventually started making Terra guides, and then that brought me like a
When are you gonna start making more
community of
Maple
people.
videos? When's Maple? More Maple, please.
Maple down.
Why you not?
Please don't
Why no Maple?
I was actually expecting to get back into like doing that with Reboot, and I made a couple of videos for Reboot, but honestly, like it's at the point where like I've played MapleStory for so long, and I'm so fed up with Nexon's bullshit that they could literally fix everything in the game that I think is wrong with it, and I still probably wouldn't go back.
Oof.
So that's my position on it right now. But yeah, does anybody else want to talk about how they got into Twitch and YouTube and all that
Julie?
bullshit?
Julie.
I was actually before Matt's time. I came to Matt's stream since he was doing his wind archer race back when Hall of Honor was still a viable training ground. And I came into this guy's stream, and he's doing a Meso giveaway. Back when,
Wow, sellout.
yeah, seriously, back
what
when
a loser.
he
Wow.
had to run the Nightbot giveaways, and you had to guess a number in the chat. And I won, and I go, lol, I'm in Windia, reroll. But prior to Matt's stream, I was watching Twitch since about 2000. When did Twitch become a thing? Like 2012-ish? I started watching other people, and I used to only watch people on Maple who were in my world. I used to watch this one guy who I won't name, and he ended up being a total cunt. Later on, he banned most of the people that were originally in his stream, and he tried. It's
That
funny
reminds
because
me
he,
of a Scania streamer that we
Yeah.
all know.
All right,
He-
let's not get into that.
but these people were people like me who was helping him, and then he banned them because
That
of
sounds so stupid.
some other,
The hell?
some who knows what reason. And then he stopped, like he just disappeared off the map. And then he came back, I think like last month, 2 months ago, and tried streaming again and disappeared off the map again because
was-
nobody was showing up to his streams.
Was he that one Maple streamer who was like, donate to me to pay my bills? Was he that one? That one?
Dude,
Guy?
there was that chick
No.
that did that, right? And then she got her rent paid and left.
I
Yep.
think. Oh, no, I thought they didn't meet it. That's why they stopped.
But I was watching him, and then this was about the time I came back to Maple. I started watching some other people. I watched Kyle, saw Kyle a little bit, and I wasn't really big into Twitch. And then I started watching Matt, and I hung around Matt's stream more because I liked just his funny conversations with whoever was in Skype with him. Started watching Nick, watched Tyler a little bit, and I eventually just ended up being a big part of the stream now.
Wait, so you actually used to watch my stream?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Being one of the very first 2 mods that I had.
Yep. And now I pretty much go, doesn't matter whose stream I go into, if I say hi, they already know who it is. And I've had some people who randomly started streaming, I said, hi, hey, what's up? And the next message I send, I have a sword on my name. And I'm just like,
That's
I
mod.
didn't ask for this.
like, what? Just because
Why?
I'm mod from everybody doesn't mean I'm gonna mod from you.
It's that's how it works, dude. Like, if you have the same mods as popular streamers, then eventually you'll become a popular streamer. The mods
Or
are the
they'll-
secret. It's not the content at all. It's just the mods.
And I guess the other way I would be big in the community would be because I make graphics. Although I used to make them for free, and a lot of people loved that. But people,
You charge now, or
I charge now because people used to ask me. I said, sure, no problem. I make them,
They never use it.
and like they'll either never use it or they'll set everything up and won't stream because they just want to make their channel look nice, or they'll stream like once in a blue moon, and it made me a little bit irritated.
Yeah, I would see why. Because like you're wasting all that time trying to do that, and then if they never end up using it, it's like, okay, so what was the point?
Yeah. The main reason I started charging was because I made something for one girl who was my friend at the time. I made her this whole nice thing. She used it for one day. I come to her stream the next day, and she's not using it. She's like, "Oh, I liked it, but I paid someone to make me a better one."
Like she couldn't ask you to change it or something. Like
Yeah, threw me over the edge, and I said, "Okay, fuck you."
yeah,
And I unfollowed. I deleted her off my friends list.
unfollowed, unsubbed, reported.
unremembered.
Unremembered, just fucking done with you. And I went and I I put prices on my stuff. It's fairly close to what Dream does. If I'm gonna make something, I'm gonna make sure I get something out of it.
Right.
All right, well, let's talk about the forming of the Bera Boys, because I honestly don't remember how I think Julie made up the name, but I don't know why it was brought up or why it was ever said. Do any of you guys remember?
To be honest, no.
It's
You
always been
remember,
a
Julie?
thing.
I legit don't remember. I remember saying it on my stream a couple of times because we're from Bera, right? So obviously we're gonna, I think because like we were always in raid call together, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So like how Julie said, like because I was having all these funny conversations and stuff like on Skype and everything. So when we moved to raid call, it was basically us, and then eventually I know something came up, and then we're the Bera Boys, and I just kind of just kept going with that, and yeah, I don't really remember when it started, but
Was the Bera Boys formed when all 5 of us were already in Bera, or was it before that? Like, was it when I was
No,
still in
I
Scania?
think.
It was before that. It was
Yeah.
before that. I
And
always
then-
remembered it because it was always a space after every letter, MLG. I always remember it as Bera Boys, like, oh, we're playing in Bera, because everyone were playing different servers. So it was like, we're in Bera. This is the fucking place to be, If you're not fucking in Bera,
Yeah, it's
you're not-
streamer and YouTube heaven, because literally like 90% of the content at the time would come out of Bera.
yeah. So it was like Bera was the shit.
And then I think
That's
once,
how I always interpreted it.
yeah.
You guys might have had a complete. thing was like, motherfuckers.
And then
Good.
I think once Nick, when you finally moved and decided, hey, fuck Scania.
Yeah. I definitely pushed that really hard just because I wanted to say fuck Scania really bad.
Yeah. And then you
Yeah.
started making like the pictures and everything of
Yeah.
the Bera Boys.
And then and the forming of the Bera Boys eventually sprouted to other streamers in other worlds to get their
Adopt the
own
moniker.
names. Yeah.
Wait, actually, what were the
they
other
were
ones?
adopting it.
Felix and the
Scania
Scania
Skanks.
Skanks.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Renegades,
for-
Rebels.
Windia, right? Was there one from Windia?
Windia Wankers.
Oh yeah, Wankers,
Wankers.
right?
Oh my God.
They named themselves the Wankers?
No, I think we did that. I think we,
Oh,
No, we
okay.
did it.
Yeah.
the Wankers.
Felix was the one that was pushing for Scania Skanks, and
Yeah.
I think it finally stuck when Beck used it.
Yeah, Beck was like, yeah, we're the Scania Skank. Bera Boys. It was good times.
And
Yeah,
then
that was,
there's
that was
one,
a fun time. That was a fun time on Twitch.
Yeah, and there's the one guy that was calling himself the Reboot Rebel.
Renegade, you mean?
Or Renegades, yeah.
Renegade.
Dude,
Reboot wasn't a thing
Renegades
yet.
was like I was a top player of Renegades like the whole way through, and like I was like the 25th person to reach 200, I think it was, something like
Yeah,
that.
because
And I knew everybody.
30 people played Renegades.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. There was like 30 competent people on the
This guy,
server,
oh,
and
you
then
know,
just
I
a
was
bunch
the
of
top on the
scrubs.
server. I was 25th. You know, I'm so good. Don't forget, there's only you 25 out of like 30. No one
It's
in
so crazy.
Renegades.
Like you can go to Renegades and be the best in your class, and it's not a hard thing to do. Like you go to like Scania or Bera, and like there's like 50 people more funded than you. Crazy.
Bera was ridiculous in terms
Yeah,
of
pretty
funding.
much.
All the
Actually,
three big ones. Scania,
Don't think
Bera,
Renegades has a
180.
250.
Yo, they're really close. I don't know if they're legit or not though, but they're really
They're
really
going
close.
for it.
I remember
can do it.
when it was like Connie and Broa were the only ones that didn't have 200s.
Wait, really? There's some worlds that don't have even a 1/250 yet?
Yeah.
Nah, they have a
Yeah.
I think it's
249
just Reboot
Venus.
and Renegades, right?
I can look.
No, what did you say? Reboot?
Does
No.
Reboot already have one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
plenty.
Reboot has
like,
three.
three.
Oh
Four.
shit.
Them
Four.
hackers, dude.
Oh.
Dude, confirmed Reboot more
Oh, yeah, yeah,
popular than
yeah, yeah.
Renegades.
Three legit ones.
Then Zong will come in number 4, and then it'll be between Angel or Grin.
Zong's 248. He's almost there.
Yeah.
Zong, the only man with two 250s.
Nope.
Crazy guy.
Wasn't the top the number 5 and 6, or was it 4 and 5?
They're
4
4
and
and
5
5
right
now
now.
because Sean got banned.
Yeah.
Because they're the same people or same
And
person.
then,
Yeah, they were macroing Xenons that we used to check on back when Sean was trying to hit 250, making sure that he beat them.
the one Demon Slayer, Lenny, and
Did
Bera.
Sean get banned?
Yeah, he did.
Sean got banned for AFK arrow plattering on his secondary character, like a year after he hit 250. It was like
Yeah, what
completely
Sean?
unrelated to his 250. Sean is X-Kissable X3. The,
Oh.
the
He was
fourth
what,
person.
Fourth?
Fourth, yeah.
The guy that never he never aged. He was always forever 12.
No, that was Logan.
No, that's Logan. Yeah.
That's Logan. That's Feeds.
Logan is our
Oh.
great overlord
That's-
Feeds who
that's-
will rest in
that's a
the
whole-
ban
That's a
hammer.
whole nother thing. Getting
Wrong
into Logan.
person. Rip.
That's a whole nother thing.
Oh yeah, but like Julie was saying, Lenny has two 250s. He has a Demon Slayer and Demon Avenger.
Oh damn.
Yolande has
Oh wait, he's in
44.
Bera, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked to him too.
I'm your Slayer.
Yeah.
So Yolande has a 244.
We were actually becoming like either friends or mortal enemies with every single person on the race when we were trying to get Sean top 5. It's like we would literally have like, or Logan would, because everyone in our group was legit. Logan would have multiple Maple stories open on different worlds, checking on each of the people training to see
Oh,
like
God.
who was a hacker, who was a legit, who was macroing, because there's like the 3 tiers. And if
So
you were
there's-
legit, we became your
not
friend.
legit.
Like Carol Feasted.
Yeah.
We became really good friends with Carol, especially because Carissa was also a shade, and she
Yep.
was like racing her, but Carol was way in front of her.
So Yolande, Chaos, and Renegades are the only ones that don't have 250s.
Well, Chaos and Yolande are kind of like they're part of.
Intertwined. They're part of my bacon.
Yeah, but in terms of like individual worlds though.
Well, yeah, but I mean it's still the same like server overall.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just taste, like which button do you want to click on when you log in is the only real difference.
Yep.
Pretty much.
First, I want to talk about what do you guys think about Reboot as a concept and like putting it into the game before the actual server and your actual playing on it. Did you guys have like opinions like when you heard about it or what you thought it was gonna be and stuff
I
like
didn't
that?
even hear about it like after it became a thing. Like there wasn't any hype for me with it. I just kind of like, oh,
Yeah,
what?
same.
Reboot? What's that?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
let's
tuned
check
into
that
Matt's
out.
stream actually, and they were just like, "It's patching, like everybody get on." I'm like, "Oh fuck it, I'll reinstall."
But
Yeah,
like,
like when
but
Reboot came, I
prior to that, sorry, Ivan,
There
prior
was
to Reboot coming out, there was like no talk about it
there was no
whatsoever.
soft launch. They just hey guys,
Oh,
guess
so
what?
it was just like kind of a surprise, like a week before.
Something like that.
I don't even
More or
know.
less
no,
that
I think
like
uh,
in Orange Mushroom, he posted what Reboot was, but nobody really talked about it in KMS for like YouTube wise is to translate over into posts on Reddit or Basal Market. It was just like, yeah, Reboot's this new world. It's not really doing well in KMS. People think it's too hard or whatever.
well
Yeah, you
that's
can't
because
pay to
they
win.
just don't have
They're
no,
used
it's
to the
because
pay
they
to
don't
win
have
mode.
like
They don't have a lot of content we do.
Yep.
So over
the
there,
shit we
it's a
do.
lot slower.
Oh
Get
yeah,
that farming
true.
Meso. Because they don't have Golix or any of the GMS exclusive maps that give us all the Meso.
Yeah, they have to farm pieces of time. But yo, what's up,
They get
Ivan?
dummies. When Reboot came out, I was like, yeah, it's probably gonna be a fad, probably. Like it'll probably be like a thing for like 2, 3 months, and
Well,
then
like
just like end.
when I saw Reboot and like the patch notes and everything, everyone thought this was gonna be the savior of MapleStory. That, oh my god, we're going pre-Big Bang, guys, and
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
But
That's
it's
what I
like
thought it was.
it's like no, it's still the same fucking game, but
No,
you're still going to the same end game, just differently. You don't have to pay all that money for cubes anymore. Well,
Yeah. And in my
to
opinion,
back
something
that
like
to
that.
saved
back things
MapleStory
up a
way
bit,
more than going to pre-Big Bang on a server.
Yeah.
real quick. Speaking of pre Big Bang coming back, like I want to say like 2 months before Reboot came out, there was a fake update note thing that got released that they were saying, oh, we're making a whole new world that's like version 55 with all old school stuff that you can
Yes,
do.
I remember.
And everyone got really hyped and excited for that, and then it came out that it was fake, and everyone's like, "The fuck." Such a
I,
letdown.
I
And then like 2
remember
months later, we got Reboot.
And a
pretty
lot of
much.
people came back to Reboot for the exact reason Matt said that, oh, it's going to save MapleStory. This is going to be what I used to play. And people came back, and a lot of them said, well, it's not the same, but it's still pretty fun. And then they stuck around for maybe a month, and then you just half the population kind of disappeared.
On that
Well,
note, I kind of agree
three-fourths.
with
Yeah.
with
Three-fourths.
Yeah.
with Matt's like philosophy on like when people come into his chat and they're like, "Oh, this game sucks now. Like pre-Big Bang was the shit." It's like this game would be dead if it was still pre-Big Bang. Like if it
Of
didn't
course.
adapt to what people are like want and need now, like it would have been gone a long time ago. Like this game
Because
is
all
better
these games,
now than it was
like
then.
all these new games that are coming out, like new MMOs, they're pretty much Sanic. Like they're going at Sanic speed. That you got to go fast. You got to get shit. There's no time to grind anymore. We want stuff now. We want rewards now. We want
Yeah.
content now.
Yeah, exactly.
We
And
want to do these dungeons, and then once we finish those, we want new ones.
right. People don't they don't appreciate the grind anymore. They don't understand that things are, they follow a process and they get bored of it really quickly. You can't blame that. That's just how this generation of gaming is.
Yeah. Instant satisfaction. It's like when you look back on you playing MapleStory 8 hours a day to get a level at level 30, like you look back at that fondly, but like you now wouldn't fucking do that like at all. You would fucking get up and leave.
Yeah, look
Yep.
how many people are 250, and then look how many people are actually legit 250s.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone wants to bot and claim they're legit.
Oh yeah, and then also on Reboot, thoughts on Reboot.
The botters.
Well, I mean, not so much about the botters, because I mean, like, we don't have to get into that. People bot in every game, regardless of what it is. There are hackers. There are people that play illegitimately. Was that Pokemon or Game Boy right there? I don't.
That was my text message.
Sounded like a
Tone.
Game Boy.
Yeah, it did sound like a Game Boy turning on.
That's what it was.
I instantly thought Pokemon. But yeah. So
I'm glad
like, regardless of the illegits, it's just like when Reboot first came out. Like there was so much, again, there was so much hype for it, and I thought that it was gonna be, something great. And I mean, for me, that's what it did turn out to, because coming from my perspective, right, someone who's done everything in the game, has reached max level, does max damage and everything, it's like there's only so much left to do besides like create more characters and like
do it
especially as a
again.
streamer to
Yeah.
give what people want, like to keep them entertained. And in Reboot, it is an endless grind, for me, and I'm fine with that because I can actually appreciate the process and everything. And even if things don't go my way, you understand that you feel bad about it now, but you just farm more and try to
Yeah, it just
do
feels that
better,
much better when it actually does come to
work,
fruition. Yeah.
go your way, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, from my perspective, Reboot has been a blessing. It's given me something more to do, something else to do. Kind of how like a little off topic, but Fifth Job is going to come out, right? So like that's going to even spark even more interest and stuff down the line.
Yeah.
And then more people are going to come back to the game. Oh, something's different, and they're going to see it's still the same, and they're going to drop it.
I'm curious, Matt. Do you think that you would still be streaming MapleStory as much as you do now if Reboot never came out? If you were
Yeah.
still in Bera?
Yeah, because at that point, it's just about being creative and just thinking of different things and ideas. And if anything, remember when before Reboot came out, we had that world transfer event, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was actually planning on I moved a lot of stuff to Bro Akaini so I can like work with Chuck and then play with him, but that never kind of came to fruition because Reboot came out. I have a 210 Thunderbreaker there, and it's really high range. So I was planning on like making other characters in different worlds so I can help like a variety of people and like a wider audience and stuff like that.
You were also planning on getting all your level 3 link skills.
Right, never did that either. And then I had my Night Lord project, which I was going to fund, more and like get like primal its gear and then get 10-star tyrants, but that never came out. I mean, I cap on it regardless, but that never came to fruition because of
Yeah.
Reboot. Oh, come on, Evon, I didn't mean to trigger you.
Oh, did something
Matt's over
happen
here
to
making a bunch of
Tyrants?
max range characters. Yvonne's still working on his
Oh,
1
no.
mil.
Okay,
Don't worry,
so
Evon, it's going to be that gerbil.
no, okay, so Evon was starring
Cheating.
his cape today, right? He had a 5-star cape. He got to 9 stars twice, which is amazing. And he had like 5 bill. But then the second time he got to 9 stars, as soon as he wanted to go for that 10th, it blew up.
Wow.
Fucking
Damn.
idiot.
I mean,
Well, I have.
he had to go for it. Why would you
How
stop
did
at
you
9?
How did you blow up? I thought
Why would you push
Star
for this?
Force.
Star Force
Force.
just destroyed.
Oh, I thought Star Force. Oh, Star Force starts booming at 5 on Tyrants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But there's
Yes,
going to be a feature in the future where you pay extra.
I
Doesn't boom.
don't think that
Oh.
works for superior items.
Oh.
No, I don't think so.
You
I think
shit on
it only works for normals, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
So you don't boom your Ryuds anymore?
Gonna 15 star that fucking Ryuds.
Rip Aaron.
Yeah, he opened like what 100 plus rank 2/1 boxes.
I mean, it's just the luck of the draw, like everything else in this game, it's all RNG.
Yeah.
All right, so now that we've got on the concept of Reboot, how do you guys feel about actual Reboot and your experience in it?
I love it.
I enjoy it, but I do wish there were a couple features that aren't in there. I'm not saying like complete trading, but I want to be able to move gear that I make on one character to another.
Now let me comment on that. The problem with that is that players have a fear of instantly getting too strong on a different character if you have all of this gear on it from another character.
What's wrong with that? How's that a fear?
Because I mean, like Reboot in my eyes, it's all about the process, regardless of like having gear handed to you, right? People don't want that, people or like I guess or Korea, or something like that. The player base that voted on this, they didn't want people to instantly get strong. They want everyone to be kind of on the same.
No,
Same
what
playing
I'm trying
field.
to say, what I was saying is I wanted inter-account trading, like through storage, not me to you. Was what I'm talking
I
about.
know,
Like,
but I'm
let's
saying-
say
Right,
I'm playing
that's still the
Mycona,
same.
That's what he's talking
That's
about,
still the
though.
same thing. That's still
No,
the
but-
same thing.
I view that kind of differently. Let's say I make a character, I speak all the time, I fund it up, and then I go out and I do a boss, and I get a drop for another class. I scroll, enhance, cube, and put all the work into it, but then I can't move it over to another character.
Right, and then let me. Other side of that is that I'm a different. Let's say you're making a Xenon, right? And I'm a Xenon too.
Okay.
And because you have all of this prior experience and time into it, and you have all these items on your Xenon, that's not creating an equal playing field as to someone else that's just starting out because yes, you can move your Meso, right, and then like that's fine, right?
Meso and use and ETC stuff.
But when you move equipment, it's like you're having this huge other advantage over me, like assuming I just started
Well,
in terms of
kind of-
gear, not in terms of Meso, but just in terms of equipment, like the resources.
I get what you're saying with that, but I mean, there's always going to be somebody out there who's been playing in the server longer than you. You know, like you, if me and you both made like a Xenon tomorrow, you're going to have a huge leg up on me because you know a lot more of all the ins and outs of Reboot compared to me.
Right,
So it's
right.
a lot easier for you to gear up than I would anyway.
I
So-
think
but in
that's a
terms of-
natural advantage. That's like what a game wants you to have an advantage
exactly.
with.
But in terms of acquiring our equipment, Tyler, we still have to follow the same process, the same
Okay.
line of progression.
On that
It's not
same
like
note, though, I
it's
think
not
you
like
shouldn't
you
be able to
instantly
trade
have that
Meso.
sweet water. What?
I think that you shouldn't be able to bank your Meso and put it on other characters.
I mean, that's a valid point. That could be that could totally work. I mean, that means that every single character you make has to be able to
Yeah,
Meso farm.
Well, I mean, that's
Nah.
kind of like the unfair advantage. Like, say you have a character that you can Meso farm on that has full Meso farming gear, right? You're going to be making infinitely more money per hour than everybody else is, and then you can go cube everything on your other character much, much quicker than they can. So I feel like
Right.
that imbalance is still there. They just wanted to make it not full on.
With the equipment
Yeah.
being
So
tradable.
you can't just throw equipment over there and throw the money to cube it over there. You still have to at least go get one of them.
Yeah, no, I see that.
If I could transfer equips up.
But yeah, Evon, you completely quit maining Bera and moved all the way to Reboot with Matt, right?
Yeah. Well, Matt's gonna go back for 5th job. I'm not going back.
Well,
done.
it's not a question of am I quitting Reboot going back. I don't stream Bera at all. Like very little to none, right? So it's gonna be a lot more than that. That's pretty much it. When 5th job comes out, because I'm gonna, in my opinion, like again, 5th job's not out yet, but I'm gonna have this interest again in my perfectionist and completionist attitude. With that, it's not going to be that I'm done anymore. So there's still more things to do.
Like you're not done with
regardless if
Bera. It
I'm
opens a whole new door for Bera for you.
exactly. It's not going to be
Oh.
regardless of having to spend money. It's just there's more things to do.
that reminds me, Matt. Can I borrow your training gear for Barah real quick?
Of course,
Thanks.
not right now.
Or does Evon have that still?
Nah, I don't have
I
it
do.
anymore.
I know someone had it for like 3.
What about you, Julie? You stayed in Bera, right?
Yeah. When Reboot came out, it was fun to play because at the time there was nothing to do at Bera. I was mainly waiting for Blaster, which I've been patiently waiting for 6 months, and I'm finally getting it next week.
Yep.
Get
What?
hyped?
It was more of the fact that I didn't stay in Reboot because of the Meso farming. I didn't have the time and attention span to sit there for hours and hours and hours.
That's
to grind
exactly
Meso.
how I felt at that point.
And then people like eventually got past you, and you felt like, or I don't know if this is how you feel, but you might have felt like you were getting left behind.
That's exactly how I felt. People were progressing really, really quick. Like they were like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go do Hard Madness. Who wants to come? We're gonna do CRA, everything." I was there struggling with Horntail.
I hate Horntail.
You had to bring it up, Julie. You just had
Fucking
to.
triggered him.
Okay. let me tell you something about him. Okay, I made a Kana the other day. Okay, I trained it. I gave it frozen gear. It's got like 100-something K range. I literally sat and spent 25 minutes trying to kill Horntail because I was constantly getting debuffed, stunned, and seduced. It was terrible.
I mean, maybe
That
if you
was
weren't
me.
into Horntails, that wouldn't be a problem, you know?
Maybe,
Yeah.
but I wanted to get boss gear.
And when I started Reboot, I started with a Shadower, and I thought, okay, this will be easy because Shadowers have a dash, and people said, if you have a dash, it helps a lot because you can easily Meso farm on flat maps. I forgot that Shadower's dash at the time pushed the Meso, and your
What?
pet.
No. What you forgot was that every efficient meso farming map is multi-platform.
Yeah, that too. But more the fact that Shadowers push Meso with their phase dash,
Yeah, it was like a glitch.
it
Wait, like you would like
more or
if Mesa was
less-
on the floor, you would push it?
yeah,
Yes, it would physically move.
And
That's
you
fucking
wouldn't be able-
cool.
you wouldn't be able to pick it up.
yeah, you couldn't pick it up with your pet loot.
So, it
So
was
If
basically
if you
wasted.
moved it, you couldn't pick it up at all, or just you would
Yeah.
keep pushing it forward so you couldn't pick it up in general.
You could, if you moved it with phase dash, it wasn't being. You could pick it up manually, but you couldn't pick it up with your pet.
Oh, okay.
Because it was then evolved into another skill, which is Meso Explosion.
Well,
which
yeah,
is
yeah, that's what I'm
pet
saying. That
native,
sounds
yeah.
really cool for Meso Explosion if it didn't glitch the Meso on the floor.
Yep. But so I ended up switching into a dual blade, and I played that for about 20 levels. It was pretty fun, but again, meso farming, I couldn't meso farm. So I decided, okay, well, let's make a bowmaster, and I did a bowmaster, and I got that to 200, and I was meso farming on that. I still have about 500 mil left on it. I think I got full Empress gear. I just couldn't find a good map. I was stuck farming at either MP3 or Ghost Ship, and Matt, Evon, Tyler, anybody else farming at Blackgate, DDS3, Southeast Outskirts were making.
I never farmed
close-
at any of those places.
Well, you farmed at other places.
I farmed
with
at MP3.
Meso farm.
Yeah, I was an MP3 too.
Well,
Right.
you had a Meso farming gear.
You
When I
farmed
didn't.
that DDS3 with me.
Yeah. So you guys were making
Oh, yes, it is.
close to $1 bill an hour, where I was making around.
Whoa.
Oh, no,
no,
never.
no. I was making at most on 2x like 200 mil an hour. Nowhere
Because
near
I
a
was,
bill.
I was making double that. Yeah.
Just making
Okay,
double
well,
me.
so you guys were making about 500 to 600 mil an hour, whereas I was making
No, 200
those
mil an
maths.
hour.
excluding
an hour.
Tyler,
200 to 400.
200 on a 2x event.
all right,
100 normally.
200 to 500 then. So me being stuck at DDS3 or not DS3, Ghost Ship or MP3 without meso farming gear, I was making 60 mil.
Yeah, it was about 60 mil. On 2 times it was
And-
double, but people would KS you so much you basically still made 60 mil.
And
Yeah.
you would also lag a lot because 2 times drop means 2 times more shit on the floor, like ETC.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the
news
good part
items.
too. You could just go to Quinn Baytown real quick with a Hyper Rock and sell all that shit.
But then you also had the fear of losing your map, wouldn't you?
Well, I
So
mean,
what
not if you're a class
we-
that can KS everyone.
Let me say something about meso farming and how I felt about it. So, I work a lot. I work 6 days a week, 8
You're
hours
like
a day.
you're like the dream MapleStory player for a pay-to-win concept. You don't have that much time to grind, but you have the money to replace that.
basically. So what I would, at the time I wasn't working super a lot because we had people at work, but so I had time to grind in the beginning, and then I had to work more and more. So I was grinding less and less, and so I'd come in every day and I'd see, oh wow, Matt's much stronger already. Wow. Fuck, I can't do
Sorry.
anything right now.
Sorry.
So I would just be, I couldn't do anything because everybody else was progressing farther than me. I was, trying to catch up. So I would,
Is that really the way you guys all looked at it? Like
It
that
was
you were
literally-
falling behind everyone?
it was literally, fuck, Matt's already doing Sweetwater. I'm level 140 trying to make money
Well, I
right
mean,
now.
you can't enjoy your time trying to catch up,
No,
or like.
Because the whole thing was, when you play Maple, I want to play with my friends. I want to be doing the same content as Mad and Evon and Julie and all those guys. But when I'm stuck, just spinning, watching him do all the cool shit I want to be doing because I'm not strong enough, feels bad. So
Okay, well, I can kind of see that.
I got put pretty far behind, but eventually I managed to get to 206, and we found out about DDS3, and we tried to keep that a secret for a while because it was actually pretty good, and I was Xenon, so I could take top platform. So things got a bit better for me then. I started, getting more funded and all that. But to do it, I would have, I'd always spin on top because that's the most efficient means for me as a Xenon.
Yeah, you like being on
I'd
top. I
always-
know that.
Yes, I love it. So I'd have to do it with somebody else, and that was usually Matt. And whenever Matt wasn't around, no one else was. I was in that middle plateau area where I was just barely good enough to do it with Matt, but no one else could go there because it was 210 area, basically. So I was kind of stuck where it was when I wasn't with Matt at DDS3, I was by myself spinning at
MP3.
MP3, which is actually how I ended up getting banned because I had to leave my computer for 20 minutes and I got teleported and banned.
Wow, macro
Bullshit.
confirmed.
Basic, I guess. Well, it's in Nexon's
Yeah.
mind, I was. And so I got banned, and I was pretty fucking salty about that. So
Was it a full ban? Excuse me. Was it a full ban or
full permaban?
nice?
Because a couple years prior to that, in Nova, when there was that whole dupe thing, I got banned for like a week because apparently I had dupes, and then I was hell banned for like 4 months. Which the hashtag free Java, the original hashtag free whatever, that was me. That was me, not Yuzong. Don't take credit for that. That was me.
It totally
Because it
wasn't
was-
rappers in the early 2000s. It was definitely Tyler that started that.
It was me.
Yeah.
Hashtag free Java. Was the thing. It was in my stream title for like 3 months. So I got like banned there, and that was apparently like put me there, and so I was banned before, so I was perma banned the next time. And since I was, I was macroing because I was spinning, and I wasn't on my computer, so I'm like, oh, they're not gonna unban me just because I said, oh, I was AFK, spinning.
I mean, you can give them a screenshot and they won't unban you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know they won't ban you for anything. So I was like, oh, there goes my account, and so that's basically when I stopped playing. Because I didn't want to, remake a whole new account, and I actually did remake and try to get back. But by then, everyone's just so far ahead of you. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah, they won't
So-
unban Tyler who macroed, but unban all the hackers that cry
hmm
for actually hacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I never even
Yeah.
bothered to file a ticket to get me unperma banned because I was guilty. I was macroing. I did violate the TOS ticket. If they ever do that whole like free thing where they unban a bunch of hacker accounts, maybe I'll get unbanned then. But other than that,
The dream.
no, because I still have my full my Xenon, my Kaiser. Those are all still on that account. Still have all my tyrants on my Kaiser, and I have a bunch of really good untradeable gear on my Xenon 800k range with like 4 equips. So
You should have known, man.
You
Once they got
cancel
rid of the Great Lord
that-
feeds, you should have known
Yeah.
nobody was safe.
no one was safe.
Did you transfer that Xenon to Bera?
No,
I will
no, I missed it for.
Rip. You have to remake. Oh,
I
that
missed it.
sucks.
my experience with Reboot was like a lot different. I didn't really like quit because I felt like I was falling behind. One of the things I really like in video games is riding the initial wave, right? Like that's why I quit whatever server I was in. I think I was in Windy at the time to go to Renegades, and I like rode the top of that wave, and then I went to Scania, and it was like I was basically being pushed into like the funded group of people and meeting like all the top people that like ran the server, quotation marks. They ran FM and the prices of everything. So to the fullest extent that players can run a server, they were doing that. And then when I went to Bera, it was like all about getting 2 mil and hitting a high level in like a short amount of time without spending a lot of money. Like these are the things that I like doing in Maple, where it's like I like to do things quick and at the beginning, and like feel that wave of everyone being behind me and the people next to me are also putting in the same effort I am. That's the way I look at a lot of video games. And so when I went to Reboot, I felt that initial like being the front of the wave. Like we weren't the first for any of the boss kills, but we were damn fucking close for a lot of them. And like that feeling was good, and I was enjoying like making the content I was making, and I was having fun doing the bosses with Matt and Zong and the other people that were in our party. But it got to the point where I realized like a lot of the stuff that like I was hyped for or excited for had passed, and then it came straight down to if I want to continue to ride the front of this wave with Matt and Zong, I'm gonna have to put in a lot more hours into this game than I'm really willing to in my life right now. Like I'm enjoying this and I'm having fun, but I don't know if I'm having enough fun that I want to meso grind in this game for 12 hours every day. Because by all means, I have the lifestyle that could let me do that right now, or back then even. But it was like I didn't want to anymore. Like riding that wave at the beginning of Reboot was no longer worth spending 12 hours a day on MapleStory.
But regardless, even if you wanted to do that, I mean, there are always going to be those hackers that are just 10 steps ahead of you because I mean, they don't do shit. They're not at their computer.
Well, I mean, you guys knowing my past of being parts of those groups in Scania and Renegades, I don't really see them as a competitor when I'm even like looking at stuff like that. They're playing a different game than I am. That's the way I looked
Right,
at it. Like even
but-
when I would hack MapleStory, I wasn't playing MapleStory anymore. I was playing Make Money Story. And that's all I
Pokemon
was doing.
Simulator.
But when those people are taking up like Dojo and Tower of Oz, it does get really
Oh yeah,
frustrating.
that's just a dick move. I mean,
they're using hacks to feel superior to other people.
yeah, exactly. And that's something I don't understand because it's like most of the hackers that I knew or interacted with were strictly in it because they were good at it, and it was pretty decent money for a teenager. But
Unless
then
you were
you would get the kids that like thought they were better than other people because they
Logan.
hacked. And well, Logan was a combination of both. Logan was like really young, he was getting a lot of money, and he had a lot of respect, and that went to his head. And it went to my head at some point too. But it was more like we didn't think that we were better than legits. We thought we were better than the shitty hackers. That was there was like tiers of like you don't fuck with other people unless they're fucking with you. You don't hack in popular maps that are going to like get you banned or that are going to like you don't hack in jesters, you don't hack at aliens, you don't hack at HOH, like because they're places where you are actively fucking other people. You can do your thing and you do you boo without screwing over other people. And in Reboot, you're super able to do that because there's no trading. You're not affecting the economy at all. You can like gear yourself up and feel good about yourself and do all the content you want to do if you're not willing to put in the hours. But it crosses the line when you start doing things like Dojo and Oz because you're taking away from other people. That's my opinion on that.
Unless you're. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hashtag declocker army, right?
Absolutely. For those of you who don't know, because no one will know this, there was a streamer named me, Logan, Nick, quite a few other people all hated. Dude was a fucking douche, right?
Oh.
So we were all in a Skype call, all watching him at one point, and Logan was
Great
DC
overlord
locking him.
feeds.
Great Overlord Feeds was DC locking him. So every time he would log in, he would get DC'd. And so he was getting pretty pissed. And I was laughing at him, poking at him, making fun of him because it was fucking hilarious. And then he permabanned me from his chat. And so Logan just kept on going. And then Nick said it was me who was DC locking him because Nick's a piece of shit. And so when I recently started streaming again, a couple days ago, I went to raid somebody. I said, hey, go say hi to this guy, Green. And, I hosted him. And so Nick decides, I'm going to mess with Tyler again. So he writes hashtag DC Locker Army, parody Matt's raid. And Reen accidentally misread it as the Clocker Army. And when he said that, I found it absolutely hilarious. Now every time I do I just write D space Clocker Army now. It's absolutely hilarious.
He handled that really, really funny too. He was like, "Oh, it's DC Locker. All right, no, fuck it. You guys are the Declocker army now." Like, it's set in stone.
It was, and then when Nick heard it, he's dying. So he's like, that's gonna be a thing now. He was like, then and there, he was like, it's a thing now.
I still don't fully understand. Like I know you explained it, but I still understand the whole hate with so.
I'm gonna censor out every time we say his name or his username in this, by the way, because
that's fine. But what it was he just had an attitude of he was the best.
If you would have let me know that before, I would have told you the other guy.
Julie, you don't understand. He was the best. Okay, at
He
everything.
was the best, Tyler.
No one was better than him. If they thought he was better, no, they're not. Higher range, fuck, you're banned. Better dojo time, you're banned.
Really?
More macer than me, you're banned.
he wouldn't. I don't think he would ban people. He would just talk down to people. Like, if someone came into his chat genuinely excited, like, "Hey man, I hit 50k range today. Like, you're inspiring me," and he would talk down to them instead of encouraging them, and it was just a really like shitty thing to do. I don't know if he was like meaning to do it or if that's just how he was. But, like,
I don't know. I never saw those. Like when I watched the stream, everything was fine. Like I never saw him do any of that to like any of his viewers besides the one that like trolled him. But like in terms of like genuine comments, I never experienced that. So
Everyone has a different experience with everything.
that's just we went into his chat one time, and that's what we saw. And then me and Logan were like the fuck everybody brothers back then. So it just degenerated into that.
I sound like the guy. Comes off as douche. Insincere.
But back on topic, do any of you guys have any more thoughts on Reboot to round it up?
And the community's amazing. Like, got to know. Fuck.
For the most part.
Yeah. For
Well,
like besides,
excluding
like,
the
cucks
people
of
that are
this,
ruining it for other people.
Yeah. Cough. Cough.
Oh, well.
The only
Name dropping.
other thing,
You know he's just gonna edit that out, right?
I know.
the only other thing I
Why
would
would you
say,
say it?
He's giving him more work, dude. Terrible, Evon.
Oh,
Shame on
fine.
you.
Not bad.
You're shareable, terrible co-host.
On Reboot. Is that everything?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Pokemon Go.
Oh.
Red Team Master Race.
No,
Nah,
Red Team
Red
Mystic.
Team.
Mystic is
Team
Master
Mystic,
Race.
Yo.
Hashtag
Fuck
Valor.
Valor.
okay,
Fuck
I think we
Valor.
have 3 Valors versus 2 Mystics. I
Okay,
think Valor
well,
wins.
we have 2 people that obviously watch Pokemon 2000 and know who Best Bird is. And we have
Oh,
3 people that are uneducated
please.
little
Yeah,
fucks.
yeah, Lugia.
Please.
Lugia, yeah.
Episode 1. Ho ho, bitch. That's the only bird that matters.
You know
Lugia was
Ash
the
sees
best bird.
sees Ho-Oh in every single season, right?
Fuck you. Episode 1 is the only one that matters.
Is he really?
The beginning of every single season, Ash sees a Ho-Oh.
No.
Yep.
What about when he went to that one place with Zekrom? He saw Zekrom on the first episode, right?
And he saw a Ho-Oh.
What? I didn't see that.
Illuminati,
I
dude.
saw the one time. You should catch that motherfucker, dude. It's like following him around.
But
Yeah, I thought Pokemon Go.
It's great. It really is.
When I
Alright,
first heard
we
about
gotta
it,
go
I
through-
completely
say-
stayed away from
say-
it, and I thought it was
say-
stupid.
Say your
And
team and your level. That's all I want to know. I want to know who's the highest level for what team.
obviously you fucking
Yeah.
try hard pay to winner.
Yes,
Um,
I'm paying to win in Pokemon Go.
You are.
Alright,
Absolutely.
so let's go
I'm-
down. Let's go down.
Nick?
I'm level 6 and I've played for a day, but I've changed my thoughts on it. I actually really like it now.
What team are you on?
Team fucking
Yeah,
Mystic. What do you mean? You gotta
level one
ask?
team.
Obviously, I'm on the best team.
Matt?
10 and Mystic.
Julie?
I got to level 5 today on my first day, and I chose Valor.
Evon?
7 and Valor.
I am level 15. I'm on Team Valor.
Yeah.
Okay, there's literally 7 Pokestops across my street, okay? In my defense,
Fair,
and they're
fair
like,
enough.
it's a shopping
Okay.
complex, so they're constantly lured up, so it's pretty easy.
Nice.
I actually drove around
The-
last
the
night
only-
and mapped out my entire city because
The only
I was tired
problem
of
is
looking for them.
all the gyms have nothing but Arcanides in them,
Yep.
and they're all at like 1700 CP, and I can't beat them because there's a bunch of
Damn.
level 20 fucking school kids who fucking don't work, and so they just drive around all day. So
Damn.
feels really bad, man. I can't ever control a gym.
And there's no like active lure spots near me, but I think like one of the parks near me.
Which you live in New York.
You live in New
man.
York. Are you serious?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Just
I
go
don't
to
wanna-
Central Park, dude.
I don't want to I don't want to take the train, bro. I
Oh
wanna
my
be, like,
god,
near
what's
me.
gonna happen? Matt's gonna get raped on the train. Oh no.
Right, because someone's gonna rape a 6'3" white guy. Gotcha.
Exactly. Is that what you're
6'4"
afraid
black guy.
of? Just get on the fucking train, you bitch.
No, I'm not afraid of that. I just like I'd rather be like close to home and shit. So, but there's like this one park where there's 2 Pokestops like instantly right next to each other,
Yeah, those
and
are
they're
the
like
spots.
both blurred up. Yeah, and those are, like there's chairs there, like literally, it's like it's just like a big circle, and just a bunch of
Yeah.
chairs.
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
So
Every
or-
circle in a shopping center has a Pokestop over here.
yeah, so there's 2 Pokestops, and there's one gym, like literally right in the middle of it. In the middle of the circle is a fucking gym. But yeah, there's like 2 Pokestops. So like I went there the other day and just chilled and just like caught some Pokemon. I got there a little late, but I saw like lures and everything. I ended up like walking 5 or 6 miles the other day, just like getting Pokemon, and it was pretty fun. I caught like 50 Pidgeys, but it was fun. It was pretty
So-
cool.
The most important part I can tell you guys right now is go to Pokestops, get eggs, and then incubate the 10k eggs because you get the best shit out of those. You
Yeah,
can get
yo,
Snorlax, Lapras, Aerodactyl.
Speaking of the egg,
Zucchinis.
Speaking of the egg,
Best shit out of 'em.
my 10K is about to hatch. It's like 8.8. So like if I'm going to the beach on Saturday, so that's just gonna be lit. I'm gonna catch mad Magikarps. I'm gonna hatch so many eggs.
Like the worst thing you can get is like a Magmar or an Electabuzz out of a 10.
But that still in itself is really fucking cool. So
Yeah. When I went out today, I went to the mailbox, like to the mail's place, like a mile from my house, and there was a bunch of Pokestops just straight back to back, and I got all of those. Going there, coming back, and then I went to the park behind City Hall, and there's like it's a circle kind of, and there's 6 of them, and it takes about 5 minutes to walk around the entire circle, and so the time we finish at the first one, it's already reset.
The Pokestop, yeah.
Yeah, so you could just go around the circle and that's what people were doing. They were just going around the circle and just getting the XP.
So, regarding gyms, do you guys know what the highest level gym is? Because the highest I've seen is a level 10 gym.
It's 10. I believe it's
Wait,
10.
what do you?
Yeah,
What do you mean by level?
Gyms
So
have different levels.
The more Pokemon you put into a gym, the higher its level.
No, it's the other way around. The more prestige you gain for your gym, the higher level it is, and the levels are how many Pokemon you can put in. So if you prestige your gym up to 4, you can put 4 Pokemon in.
Oh yeah, I think the highest I've seen was 4. But like, so I have a question. What does the number next to the person's name stand for?
Their level.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense then. Because I saw like some like level like 20s and shit. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on that pay-to-win grind with the
Yes.
lucky eggs.
My
Hey,
My work
hey,
is,
I lucky egg too. Don't give me shit.
Hey, yo,
Hey,
you trying to send
winner.
some lucky eggs over here, man?
Yo, I got you, bro.
Okay, so to bring up Pokemon real quick, I work at a shopping center, and like probably 20 feet away from the Ralphs that I work at is a gym, and I'm like a block away from a high school. So all the high school kids go and they battle at that gym, and the competition is so fucking fierce. Like I'll check my phone, it's like, oh, it's red team. Check it 20 minutes later, now it's blue team. Check it again, back to red, and it's fucking crazy.
Is
And
there,
now
is there
it's
any
checking
yellow
this yellow,
gyms around you?
what the fuck?
Like I just checked it as we're
Never
talking.
yellow.
It's a level 10 red gym, and by tomorrow morning, I'm sure it'll be like somebody else.
Never
Because
yellow.
it's got- No one fucking plays yellow.
I don't know if you guys
Whoever
have seen
plays
that
Team
picture.
Yellow is a fucking Down syndrome.
Someone drew the pictures of the browsers where it was like Chrome fighting Firefox as little kids, and then there was like their little friend Internet Explorer eating glue behind them.
It's basically
That's
Team Yellow.
yellow party right there. It's blue versus red, and then there's the yellow people just eating glue in the background.
Pretty much.
Yeah, when I went out, it was mostly did see one yellow, and then as I was looking at it, it turned blue, and I just laughed. But most of the stuff I saw were high-level gyms with either Arcanines, Magmars, or
Every single gym I go to that's over level 3 has at least 2 Arcanines in it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Why
And
why
then-
Arcanine? Is it because
It's common and it's good.
Legit. Arcanine and the Eevee evolution is the only fucking things you see.
the Water Eevee evolution.
No, I got a Jolteon.
I have
It
Vaporeon.
depends on
and
the actual
Flareon.
area you live in. Like Pokemon
No, no,
actually
no.
change as you move.
Mine
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of Vaporeons.
Yeah, because apparently for Eevee evolutions, it matters about their special. Their special determines which evolution you'll get.
Okay.
Apparently.
Oh,
Really?
wait. So
So it's like I think if I remember this correctly, someone said in my chat, if you have Swift, it's a Vaporeon. If you have Dig, it's Flareon, and then Jolteon is Body Slam. I think.
God damn it.
Well,
I
let me
already
see
have a
what I have.
Jolteon and my Eevee has a body slam. Fuck me.
I can get a Flareon.
The
Let me
Vaporeon.
see what, because I caught an Eevee today. Let me see what
Okay,
it's
going
gonna
around,
be.
what are the coolest Pokemon that you guys have caught so far, Steam, since you started playing?
Caught or does that also just
Caught or
catching?
seen? This is the coolest Pokemon you've encountered in your journey so far.
Probably a Pinsir for me so far.
Jolteon.
I was about to fucking interact with a Fearow, right, the other day, and as soon as I got to it, like, you know how, like, the footsteps like you see nearby, and as soon as like the footsteps was at 1, it disappeared. It
Really?
went
Yeah,
poof.
sometimes that'll happen.
Okay,
I'm like-
so
I'm
the
so
other
upset.
night, it's like 3:30 in the morning, and I check my nearby, and I see a shadow of a Chansey nearby, and I'm like,
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
you were
Oh,
talking to
fuck.
me and you were like,
There's-
"All right, dude,
there's
I
a
gotta go."
Chansey- I gotta go. There's a Chansey nearby at 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, I gotta find this. So I get my car, driving around. It's 3 footsteps. It's like halfway through. I literally spent half an hour just driving around trying to find it. It's 4 in the morning. I still can't find this motherfucker. He hasn't moved. And I'm like, fuck this Chansey. I can't, you motherfucker, I want you, but you're not helping me out. And so I just went home and went to bed.
Yo, you didn't see any you didn't see any grasses, like grass pop-ups?
No, I mean, I was, trust me, I was looking. I ran into a bunch of fucking Growlithe, Pidgeys, Rattata, Ekans,
I heard a rumor that when it's
Barrows.
a full moon, that's when the like Clefairies and Chanseys and shit come out. No, I'm not even fucking with you. Like someone actually told me that shit.
I
Like
don't know
right now,
about
I have a
that.
coughing nearby that I haven't seen, an Abra, so I have to go after
I don't
that.
know. I don't know about that.
Today, probably the coolest ones I got today. I got a Dratini.
Fuck
Fuck
you.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I
wanna-
know.
I
To
want
evolve
Dratini.
like Dratini is like ridiculously
Yeah,
hard.
it's let me see.
Yeah. Yeah, but do you know how high CP you can get a fucking Dragonite evolving a Dratini twice?
Yeah.
Dude.
It's 25 candies to evolve it,
Oh,
but to
What's
power
your
it up,
CP? What's your CP on it?
the CP on it's 113.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not
But
bad.
to
'Cause,
Well,
like,
we're still
but to
baby
power it
trainers.
up, it takes 600
Wait,
Stardust.
is it a Dragonair or a Dratini?
Dratini.
yo, let me tell you. I was watching a stream, right? So this dude had finally got enough candy to evolve his Dratini. His Dratini was like 350, right? Like a 350 Dratini. He evolved that to a Dragonair, 900 something CP
Yeah.
Dragonair.
And then how much is it to go to Dragonair to Dragonite? Is that
I think it's like
50
a
or-
100
50.
or something. Is 50?
Oh,
I thought it was
100.
100. I don't
I'm just
remember.
waiting for someone to evolve the Magikarp because that's 400 for.
Someone
There's
did.
there's actually a
People have done
Gyarados
it.
gym in my area.
People have done it.
No, I mean you can find Gyarados
Gyarados.
is over. I mean
Yeah, no,
evolving it.
evolve. Yeah, you have to
No,
catch
no, no, no,
100
no, like-
Magikarps.
Let me see if I can
'Cause-
find it.
Yeah, so I
Like,
got a
because-
Dratini.
It seems like the evolution for different Pokemon is different. Like I had a 400 Growlithe that evolved into like an 1100
Yeah, I
Arcanine.
think it's always better to evolve up to something than to find it naturally already
Yeah.
evolved, because like you can find like a 500 CP like Growlithe, or you can run into a 500 CP Arcanine, whereas the Arcanine's capped basically, unless you
Yeah.
just want to enhance it yourself. But like the Growlithe can still grow so much more just because you can evolve it, and so it'll end up having like double or double and a half of what the final form had when you found it. I think it's always better to like look for like the lowest
And then-
version of a Pokemon, but with high CP.
The actual number, the determinant that gives you when you evolve something. Do you guys know if it's like, is it always like exactly double, or is it like?
Nah.
I think it depends on
I
its
am-
potential.
Probably math.
That
I have
that
no
bar,
clue.
that bar that's like when you click on a
Yeah.
Pokemon and it shows you that shit.
Because I just want to know if if maybe I find a lower CP Pokemon, but if I evolve it, it'll have a higher CP afterwards.
Found
That
it.
kind of thing.
But yeah, Julie, you were saying about Dratini, and after that,
I got a Venonat.
same.
I got 2 of them actually.
Well, why is the fucking P number cropped out?
I got a Sandshrew
Wow.
and a Jigglypuff.
Damn.
Fucking Gyarados.
What about you, Yvonne?
Let me see.
The question was just
Top
the
3.
coolest. Why just the
Coolest
coolest Pokemon
Pokemon
you,
I've
you've
seen?
caught? Seen or caught?
I seen a wild Jolteon. I saw fuck, what's the name? Snorlax. Yeah.
Wow.
Damn,
It was 3 foot. It was 3 footsteps, and it was like 3 a.m. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going for that.
that's
Yeah.
kind of far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think,
I also saw an Arbra today when I was talking to my friend.
An
Abra.
Abra?
Abra, yeah.
Yo, why?
Oh, I have a
why are
couple
people
Abras.
calling it Arbra?
I
Yo,
don't know.
legit, you are not the first person to say Arbra. Like, what the Arbra?
I meant Abra.
People,
But
people can't read, dude.
I threw one
Like,
Pokemon at it.
I have people who legit pronounce Arcanine RK9, and it pisses
Well, I
me off.
mean
to no
that's
Oh, yo,
fine.
yo,
That's
yo, econs. Econs.
Cons.
Econs.
But I threw, like, I got it on the screen. I threw one Pokemon at it. It missed, and all of a sudden you
Teleported?
just see it, a little cloud of smoke, and
Yeah, it ran
it
away.
went back
Yeah, right
to
away.
the normal thing. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, Pokemon
Yeah,
run away.
it runs away.
It probably used fucking teleport like a normal.
especially if you're
No,
like
no.
driving away from it and shit. Like if you're catching a Pokemon while driving or in a car, like it's so much harder. Like if you don't get it on the first ball, it's gonna go away.
Yeah, Pokemon run away. They can. They don't have to
No.
like use. They don't use moves or anything. They just legit run away.
Like fuck this, I'm out.
It probably used teleport like
Ah,
fucking
dude, have you
Arbor too.
fucking tried to catch a Cubone with sass, dude? It fucking hits your Pokemon out of the air, or your Pokeball out of the air.
Oh god.
Such a
Those
fucking
are
yeah,
tryhard.
I caught a Cubone as well, but it's not really good. I think Cubone's.
Coolest thing was I was at work, right, and I was walking to the back, and if I go to the very back and I walk up to the Coke room, or there's a whole like thing of there's a whole room
You have a
devoted
whole
to.
room of cocaine at Ralph's.
I have a whole room of Coke and Dr Pepper. It's a whole like soda room, basically. It's all room temperature soda. And if I walk to the back wall, I'm just barely within reach to hit a Pokestop on the other side in front of the movie theater. And so that's lured up all the time. So I walk back there. I'm just chilling for a second to grab something, and all of a sudden I get a 368 Ponyta. And
Oh.
at the time, like the highest Pokemon that I had was like a 400 Pidgeot, and I was like, "Holy shit, yo, this is fucking dope." So I catch it and I go back and I tell all my coworkers who are playing, I'm like, "Hey, yo, when you get a chance, go to the back. There's a Ponyta back there, man. It's dope." Probably the best random encounter that I've had.
Wow, what a manager telling your underlings to go play Pokemon in the back.
No, not my direct service area managers. Like there's a guy in bakery and Starbucks who play, and I told them because they
Okay.
play. All my service area coworkers don't play, so told them.
What about you, Nick?
I honestly I haven't run into that many cool Pokemon. The only ones I've really seen that are cool are the ones holding the gyms around my city. I drove around my city last night and I found like 20 gyms, all spread out throughout the city, and all of them had Arcanines in them or Jolteons, and there was one Gyarados, and it was Team Mystic and
Well, I mean, like
Team
the best
Mystic's
Pokemon
Bay.
you've encountered so far, then. Doesn't have to
Um,
be high CP, whatever.
just high level Pidgeots and
Like straight up Pidgeots.
Oh.
executes. Yeah,
got-
yeah, straight up
I
Pidgeots.
run into a straight. I ran into a 322 Pidgeot in the drive-through at McDonald's the other night.
Damn, yeah. I
And
ran,
then
in, I ran I ran into a couple executes. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I'm only
and then
running
a
into
couple
like
nights-
50 to 100 CP Pokemon because I need to grow my level up more. But
And then
Yeah.
a couple nights ago, I was driving around and I saw Charmander on my nearby. I went search around for it, couldn't find it. Went home. Dude was literally just chilling out front in front of my apartment, and I got it, and I was like, "Really?" I spent 20 minutes looking for it, and it was here the whole time.
have you guys seen like gangs of people going around like overtaking gyms together and shit?
Yes.
No,
I,
not.
I was
not for
working
me.
yesterday, and like all of a sudden you just hear like the doors open and hear all this chatter about Pokemon, and all these there must have been like 12 of them, just a bunch of Asian kids come in talking about Pokemon and everything. I'm like,
don't be racist or anything, Julie.
it wasn't racist. They were Asian.
That's racist.
It's not my fault they were Asian.
Just say a bunch of kids
Wow,
came in, man.
it's
What
not
does the
your
race
fault
gotta
they're
do with it?
Asian.
I'm
Are
just
you-
speaking the truth, man.
You're implying that Asian is a bad thing with that statement.
No,
You're being completely racist right now, Julie.
but
Shame
it
on
was
you.
just like groups of kids. It's like, you
There
guys
you go.
playing? So I asked them, "You guys playing Pokemon Go?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're trying to take the gym down up there." And they pointed to like where the water towers are. I'm like, "Oh, I live up there."
Yeah, I was going around and I was driving my car and walking around, so I'd park my car because
So you were ghosting
Pokemon
it,
isn't
basically.
worth getting like in an accident. And so I would just like park at a parking lot and then I'd just walk around the entire thing and check out what was like the Pokestops and the people that were playing. And there was these two cars full of people, like 5 people in each car, just ganging from each gym to the next one, taking it all over. And like they were taking it so seriously, and they were like I was at a Pokestop once, and it scared the shit out of me legitimately, because like these two cars just like race into the parking lot, park, and then 10 people get out and start running towards me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm like getting ready to like go the other way, you know what I mean? And then they all pull out their phones and they're all playing Pokemon and trying to take the gym, and I'm just like, oh okay, that's cool. I thought I was about to get jumped by 10 people.
Dude, there are
Oh my
a
god.
bunch of stories like that out of people be like, I was out playing Pokemon Go at like 3 in the morning. I saw these thugs, dude, and I was scared for my life. And they went up to me and they looked at me, dead in the eye, and they're like, "Hey, playing Pokemon Go?" And I go, "Yeah. There's a Diglett over there by that tree."
Diglett.
Lord.
Oh man.
Fucking Diglett.
Over to
dude.
that train, I'm gonna diggle it in your ass. You know what I mean?
Oh my.
Kappa Pride.
So a lot of people are playing Pokemon Go. Its numbers are actually pretty crazy. It's
Heard it was like
n-
1.25 million just in the States a day.
it's it's got 5% of all Android devices have Pokemon Go on it. That's I think twice as much as what Tinder has, which is at like
Yep.
2%. It's going to be overtaking Facebook soon, and I think it
Yeah.
might have already. And then it's onto Instagram and Facebook after that.
No, you mean
And
Twitter? It's taking over Twitter.
Facebook.
I think it's beating Twitter by now because it was Facebook and Instagram are higher than that.
Mhm.
Beating
And
Pornhub.
there's more.
just
Yeah,
had to
there's
say
more
that,
internet
Evon.
search for that stuff. It's actually brought Nintendo stock up 33%, which has generated them $7.5 billion, which is crazy. And it's the most played app store in America right now, more than Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, and Candy Crush Saga. Don't sue me, King, for saying that, by the way.
Nope, you're already sued.
Darn.
His name is Tyler
Don't you
Rodriguez
say no.
Jabba.
Rodriguez Java. Oh,
Rodriguez
boy.
Jabba.
That's my full name.
Yeah. You can
My
tell
first
how
name is
Hispanic he
Tyler.
is in his white ass voice.
My first name is Tyler. My nickname is Rodriguez, and my last name is Java. Is that it?
No, you have a hyphenated last name.
Oh, Rodriguez Java.
Yeah.
Of course. But yeah, it's been crazy popular, and that's just in the first week. You know, these other games and apps have been out for years
Cool.
and months.
First week of open beta. It's been in betas for a month.
Wait, is it still beta?
It's
Mm.
open, so like
Okay.
everybody can play it. But there was
It's still not even globally launched yet. Like
Yeah.
UK
Yeah.
But I mean, like, are they gonna wipe everybody's progress when it launches? Oh, okay.
no, because they're launching it like country per country.
Okay, so yeah.
But it was in
Canada
beta
have it.
for like a month because people, like everybody you see who is really high level was most likely in the beta.
Or they're swiping.
Swiper, no swiping.
them lures, man, lures on Pokestops with
Lures on
lucky
Pokemon.
eggs. Just so much leveling.
Lure Lucky Egg and GG.
So what do the lucky eggs do exactly? Just get you
Double
Double-
Double
XP.
EXP.
Double
XP,
for
okay.
literally everything.
So yeah,
That's
you
what
you
it's
like
like
find a
Pokemon
lucky
don't
egg and you
XP.
save all your evolves from when you use your lucky egg.
Yep.
But
Also,
you can't find them.
you get 100 XP for Pokestops.
You can't
so
find
what you
them?
do is you drop double lure.
I don't think you can
It's
find them. You
just
have to buy them,
Pokestop.
I'm pretty sure.
No, you get them
Shit.
from leveling up. I think you get like 1 or 2.
Oh,
Yeah, it depends on your level. Because at level 8 you get super potions. Level 12 you get great balls. Level 14 or 15
Yeah,
you get
at
hyper
certain-
potions.
At certain levels, you can unlock things to buy. Like you can buy like great and ultra balls eventually. You just got to get to that level.
No, you can't buy them. You just have the ability to get them from Pokestops. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't go into the
Once you
shop and
unlock them in
buy-
general, you can.
Wait, really? You can't buy them?
Nope.
nah, you can't.
I thought you
You
could.
can only buy Pokeballs. You can't buy Great or Ultra Balls, but you can get them from Pokestops after 12 and 20.
Wait, what about great? Oh, so great. What is it? 12?
Great is 12, Ultra is 20.
All right, it's almost
Or
there for
Master
great balls.
Balls.
Yeah, because I've been getting raspberries, you know. So like,
Those, yeah, those are.
I haven't even unlocked those
Um,
yet. I think.
You might get like one Master Ball at like 25 maybe.
It's
Oh,
depending
like-
on Master
oh,
Balls.
so for raspberries, basically, if a Pokemon has really high CP and you think it's gonna run away from you, you throw a berry at it so it falls in love with you. So it makes your next throw higher percentage to
Yeah.
catch it.
And less likely to run away as well.
Yeah.
I feel like what Nintendo's gonna do is they're gonna have like a GameStop event or something. Like go to your GameStop
Hell
and you
yeah.
can get Mew.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna be first in line, man.
Dude, high key, when I was driving around, one of the Pokestops is a Verizon store, and they have a lure on it 24/7, so that people come into their store and buy accessories for their phones, like battery chargers and mobile shit like that.
That
It's
is so
fucking,
fucking
it's
smart.
hilarious.
That is
It-
so fucking smart.
It only costs $1.19 an hour to constantly run lures.
Yeah.
The lure's an hour? No.
It's 30
no,
minutes.
lures
30
half
minutes.
hour,
30
pass you
minutes,
to an
yeah.
hour.
Oh.
Because
It's,
if you
it's
buy
a,
the
it's 100 coins for one lure.
what you would do is you would buy the biggest available for $100, and then you could buy 84 lures, and then divide that by 2, and the math comes out to $1.19, being the cheapest.
Oh,
most
to
cost-effective way
save,
of it.
to save. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, like the mall closest to me, Victoria Gardens, it legitimately has like 20 Pokestops throughout it and 2 gyms on both sides. But there's this one concentrated area where there's like a Starbucks, a food hall, and a library, like that are all on different sides of the same circle. And if you stand in the middle of the circle, you get 3 Pokestops there. So everybody just puts 3 lures on all 3 of them and sends on themselves, and they just sit there clicking Pokemon nonstop. Like there's just like a group of kids that like they like buy Starbucks so the mall doesn't kick them out, and they just sit there drinking it and just like on top of 3 Pokestops. It's insane.
I'm going out this Friday, so Leo catch some Pokemon.
Is it harder for you, Evon, for being in New Zealand? Because New Zealand's not very.
No,
Like,
it's
it has
actually
a
really
city.
like it's just cause I live like legitimately in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, so you gotta probably go to the cities to find stuff.
living in the Shire makes it a struggle to find Pokemon
No.
and Pokestops.
If I'm in the CBD, like there's a stop legit everywhere. And I go to the CBD. I'm gonna go to the CBD every day.
That's a
Next
map
time.
in MapleStory, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Singapore?
Mhm.
You live in Singapore, Evon?
All I know is that I'm going to the beach this Saturday, and it's gonna be fucking lit because I'm gonna come back with so many fucking
Dude,
water Pokemon.
I'm high-key
Hey-
thinking about getting a bunch of people to just go to the beach and just to get water Pokemon, like just for that reason.
Catch 100 Magikarps. It's not that hard. All you just get 100 Magikarps.
I think there's a Feebas near me.
Be sure though, I actually went online and I ordered one of those
How? What?
charging cases
A
for my
Mophie?
phone. So like attach it to my phone so I could charge it just in case my battery dies when I'm out looking for Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a Magikarp.
Yeah, nigga, you can't get that. That was like what, 3rd gen? That was Ruby
Yeah,
Sapphire
no, I just like
Emerald?
I like looked at it like closely. No. It's
I'm like, there's no way you're getting a my low tick in this game. Come on.
And my looks Emerald.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how come
exactly.
there's 104 Pokemon on the list, but there was only 101 on the original thing? So where are the 3 extra
No,
Pokemon?
It's 151 in the first gen. You can only
Yeah.
catch 146 right now.
Wait, really?
you
My
can't- you-
Pokédex only goes up to 104.
It's because you don't have, like, if you catch an Eevee, it'll go up to 130 because Eevee's number is 136. It only goes up to the highest you've caught.
Okay.
So you can catch all Generation 1 Pokemon, or obtain all Generation 1 Pokemon except for Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, Mew, Mewtwo, and Ditto. They have been confirmed to have data in the game, so they're in there somewhere, but people just
Yeah.
haven't gotten them yet.
Like
That's
someone's,
probably-
what's that called? Like the GPS
They-
spoofing?
They
Yep.
data mined.
It's called spoofing? Yeah. Someone caught like a Mewtwo in Spain.
Damn.
So, yeah, but yeah, he confirmed to like had to change his location. I don't know if it was fake though. Like it didn't look fake because like the picture looked pretty realistic to be in like the game and shit, and the CP or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. It's like people are like fucking spoofing, and apparently level 50 is the highest level you can go right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I heard too.
I thought it was 25. In the
Nah.
beta, it was 25.
Not well, people are level 50. You know, people
Shit.
that have done it legitimately, but they're 50s and they can't go higher.
The only thing I would like to see them add is the ability to trade and the ability to
They will.
battle your
It's-
friends.
They will. Well, in terms of battling, I don't know about that, but it's confirmed that trading will come because in the commercial,
Core feature.
it advertised trading.
Yeah.
It's just not out yet.
So they're working on quite a few things at the moment right now. One of them was there was a big scare. Everyone was freaking out that that Pokemon Go accessed your Google profile, like all of it, when it
Yeah,
was only supposed to access the basic information. So
right.
everyone's like, "Oh, is Pokemon Go taking all my data?" And then they released, "Yeah, no, we've only ever collected your
We
basic
fucked up.
profile, and we're working on
basically.
a client side fix, so you won't actually have to do anything."
And they did that the other
And
day.
then they're also working on a way to reduce battery life and all that too.
Yeah,
They're-
battery
noticed
life
there
is
was
just an ass.
And they said that they're working on trading that will come.
Yeah, I noticed
Eventually.
it. There's a minor, like it says there's battery saver, but it doesn't. It only helped a little bit for me.
No,
what,
no.
What the way
to
that
work, for
works?
battery saving to work,
you
you
turn
have
it
to flip
on,
your
you
phone upside down.
turn your phone upside down, it'll black out the screen, and it'll still like vibrate and let you know when there's Pokemon around, but you have to actually like flip it upside down.
Yeah, the thing with my phone is, after 2 minutes of no interaction with it, it'll turn off. So
Well, I mean, it
It
keeps the app
doesn't.
running.
it keeps
Turn
the
off.
app running, but like if I
Oh,
put it in my
really?
pocket
That's
and
why
it
my
turns off,
screen goes black. It's the energy saver. I didn't know that.
If you turn it
When you
upside
turn it
down,
upside down?
it goes like
No.
mostly
It's not
black.
even upside down. All I have to do is just put it at my waist, and it goes black.
It's
Not
a,
even upside down.
there's a gyroscope in your phone. It'll determine what's upside down and what's not.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I thought like my phone was turning off.
I mean,
No,
it
no.
doesn't go full black. It has like
What
a
you'll
little insignia of Pokemon
Which
on
Yeah,
it.
games are,
Pokemon
and then you
Go.
can also, if you look in the top right corner, you'll keep your battery bar. So you see the little green battery bar, or yellow, or red, or whatever.
Wait, where? Top where?
If you're an iPhone,
Oh.
like your
Mine's
battery's
white.
green.
Oh, so another thing I want to get into. Why do you guys think that Team Mystic is the master race?
Good question. I mean,
I
to be
honestly don't
honest,
know what's the
to,
point of
to,
it.
to be honest, I don't really like Articuno because Lugia is best bird. I just chose Mystic because it's fucking blue and I got ice in my veins. So
I chose
Because you're from Poland.
Valor because it's red.
I chose Bella because of Moltres.
Okay, well I chose Mystic because of Articuno, because best bird.
nah.
Moltres and fucking Zapdos are going like full fucking asshole mode in Pokemon 2000, and then Articuno's just like chilling by his own shit.
So in the game, Zapdos is best bird. Just hands down. It's typing and moveset makes it the best. That's why when people speedrun it, they go for Zapdos and not anybody else. But in Pokemon Go, the reason Valor is the best is because if you actually ever bothered to read what they say about the team, okay?
I'm sorry, I couldn't read that over the communist regime overcoming me.
Team Instinct's like about breeding and eggs and shit, and ain't nobody care about that. Team Mystic's about evolution and shit, and then Team Valor's all about raw power. So I was like,
And
yo,
how to make it
how to-
better,
how to
how
make
to
it better.
improve upon it.
yeah, I'm like Team Valor, power. It's
Yeah,
my
that's
game.
That's
my
what I
thing.
liked when I read it.
Speaking
let's-
of evolving in Team Mystic, my Bulbasaur can almost evolve because I have 24 candies. I need one more Bulbasaur.
Okay.
I haven't found any starter
Let
Pokemon
me tell you
besides the one I
something.
got.
If you need candies, eggs actually give you a significantly more than if you were capturing one. You
Really?
get
I just
like
caught a Pidgeotto.
it's like 10 plus candies per an egg capture or egg hatch than capture. So
Oh, so that's why my
Also-
Rhyhorn has 10 candies instantly? That makes sense.
yes. Also, if you need starter Pokemon, 2K eggs have a chance of giving you your starter Pokemon.
Oh, by the way, how much
It
should I
has-
power
has
up?
to be 2K.
It doesn't matter. I don't like a lot of people say that you should power up your Pokemon first before evolving them because you'll
Oh,
get higher
Magikarp.
CP in the end. Which I mean, it makes sense, right? But I really don't think it matters too much how far you power them up.
I don't think you should be powering up your Pokemon until
Just
end
keep,
game.
just keep evolving them.
Oh,
Doesn't
really?
matter.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
as
basically
long-
wasting Stardust if you're powering up your Pokemon
as
before
long as you're not
25.
evolving like a fucking 12 Pidgey, right? Unless you have an enormous amount of fucking Pidgey candy, that's fine. But like if you're not like as long as you're not evolving like some 10 CP Pokemon, if it's like 100 or some shit, like it's fine, just go for it.
From what I've heard, it's like
Pidgeotto's like
you
one-
just evolve things for
170.
the EXP, and then once you're a high enough level, then you start finding Pokemon that just like have like 600, 700 base,
Yeah, exactly.
and then you
then
evolve
you evolve
those,
them.
and then once they're evolved,
Yeah,
they're
like
already
that.
big enough that you don't need to feed them, that you can go do anything you want with them.
That's why I stopped feeding my stuff and I'm just like saving until I actually find a really high CP one. Just keep evolving, pretty much.
You guys know
I might
how
just
gyms work too?
Stock up on evolving.
No.
Not too much.
Not really.
All right, well, I like read into this a shit ton. When you go into a gym that's like an enemy gym, you can fight it, and the way it works is like it'll show you the level, and then if you swipe sideways, it'll show you all the Pokemon that you'd fight in the battle. And so it's like, say the gym's level 3, that means there can be up to 3 Pokemon in it, which mostly there is, because why wouldn't you go put a Pokemon in a friendly gym? Also, there's a benefit to doing that. For each Pokemon that you have in a gym active, you can go into your shop, your Poke Shop, and at the top right there'll be a shield with a number in it. That number in the middle of the shield is how many gyms you have a thing occupied in. And when you click on that shield, it'll give you coins that you can use to buy stuff from the shop, and it'll give you Stardust. And you can have it'll reward you for up to being in up to 10 gyms and you can click the button every like 21 hours, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, every time you see a friendly gym, go plop something in it if you can, and then click that shield button in your shop menu. But yeah, when you're fighting them, every time you kill any monster in it, you'll work your way up from the bottom. Like the weakest one, you'll fight first, and you have 6 Pokemon. And for every Pokemon that you beat of their gym, it lowers the prestige of their gym. And I think it's like every 8K of prestige is a level. So if you just sit there battling the gym over and over again with all your Pokemon and just like face rolling into them 6v, like say there's 3, and like you keep beating the gym over and over again, eventually it'll drop down to being level 2, so it'll kick the 3rd Pokemon off, and it'll drop down to level 1 and kick the 2nd Pokemon off, and then eventually once you get its prestige back down to 0, it'll be neutral, and you can put your Pokemon in it, and then it'll become a friendly gym, and then people of your gym can come like help give your shit prestige by training your own gym, which is basically fighting your own gym, a friendly gym. So that's like
see.
all what gyms are. Is basically you want to take them over and have a Pokemon in them, so that way you get free coins.
Yeah, the nearest gym near me is a level 3 gym with
Level 10 and level 6 next door.
a
Yeah, so that level
pincer.
10 gym that Java has, the kids are fucking tryhards as fuck.
There's a pincer,
5
a
articles
Pidgeot,
or 5.
and an Arcanine.
There's 4 gyms next to me, right? Oh, one of the gyms just went neutral. it's
Man's
1:30 in the
gotta
morning.
put a Pokemon in there.
Oh, you can
One-
snipe them too, by the way. Like if someone else breaks down a gym, it's just the first person to put a Pokemon in it that takes it over.
Yeah, so
Throw it
there's
in
like
there,
there's
get
4
your-
gyms, and there's 3 of them are blue, and one of them is red. The red one is actually the hardest one because it's level 4, and it has like a fucking
represent,
level 20 person. Oh, Team Yellow just picked it up.
motherfucker.
Alright. Well, we're gonna have to wrap this up because Matt's gonna have to go take down Yellow.
I have to go to
quick.
the synagogue real quick. God damn it. Making me go to church, and that's not even my fucking religion.
All right, do you guys have any closing comments, closing memes?
Team Valor, the
Hashtag
best,
Team Bella.
the master race.
Team Mystic Master Race. What do you mean? You guys are the fucking commies, man. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, favorite, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Our shit will be down below.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everyone's information will be down below, especially Matt's. It'll be in big letters. Go subscribe to him. He
Big,
hasn't posted any
bold,
videos
on
yet.
the very top.
Bold, italic, underline.
He hasn't posted any videos yet, but I'd really
Caps lock.
appreciate if you go follow his channel. He's going to be posting some really good stuff, like a house tour.
And he just DM'd me that he'd have that house tour up by the time this went live for sure. So be sure to check out his
Right.
YouTube channel.
Yo,
He guaranteed it to me. So
soon.
soon, TM.
Soon TM.
Soon.
Some TM.
That's all, folks.